Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today, as you can see, we are on our channel page. And look at that, we joined 1 year ago, April 23rd, 2020, way back in quarantine. I can't believe it. So anyway, for my 1 year anniversary, I just wanted to do a little thing where I would react to some of my old videos. Like, look at all this content. And then, like, all this stuff back in the dark days. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so here's my first video. This was edited on my Xbox. Audio quality is horrible. Be prepared to cringe.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel.
Oh my gosh, it sounds so bad. I didn't remember it sounding that bad. Okay, I'm already in pain. This is not good.
And we are here with our first episode of Galactic.
Okay, and then first of all, why am I on the loading screen? I just don't understand. My first one was trash. And then, like, skip ahead a few seconds here. So I'm just letting this play. I don't even know what I was thinking. Okay,
hey guys,
so
welcome back to the channel.
Here, this was edited on my phone. It was edited on my phone. Like, look at the watermark right there. Watermark from my phone. And that was because I was looking for a PC video editor, and I couldn't find one that was free and had all the functions I needed, so I just used my phone. And so it was so annoying, because I literally edited this like 10 times. I would find a new video editor, and I would edit the video, and then I'd try and export, and it would say, oh, there's a time limit. I'm like, okay. And that happened like 10 times, and yeah. Alright, so here we are, 10 tips for new players. Yeah. This used to just be called 10 tips for new players in Star Wars Battlefront 2, but then, I changed a bunch of my titles, a while back, because it's better, like, optimized. So, yeah, 10 tips for new players, Battlefront 2. Yeah, and I just did how to get better at Star Wars Battlefront 2 because it's a higher traffic search term. So, yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Anyway,
and today I'm doing another Star Wars.
Yes, the audio quality is actually good. This was my first video that I edited on the video editor I was using up until a month or two ago. Which VideoPad video editor, $60 lifetime subscription for the standard license. It's great. It's user friendly, all that, and so this was actually a decently well edited video.
Wars Battlefront 2 video. It is 10 tips for new players. These videos are a ton of work to put together, so I hope you guys enjoy. Now, without further ado, let's get right into it. Tip number 1, play the objective.
Okay, so when I was recording for this, I was just like trying to like play the objective a ton, but if I'm gonna play the objective, why am I playing as specialist? Like, honestly. Like, I'm playing the objective, but playing it as specialist just looks bad, and it doesn't work very well. Specialist has no DPS on objectives.
This is the number one mistake I see both new and experienced players making. They don't play the objective because they want to go on it.
I love how I'm acting like I'm an experienced Battlefront 2 player at this point, and I've been, like, playing for, like, a month. Honestly. Bruh.
Huge kill streak or something like that. But it is very important to play the objective,
like,
even if you want to go on a huge
kill streak. All these, like, flashy transitions,
really
like, I did so many just kind of cheesy transitions in this video. It's like a montage. There's way too many clips.
I need to lose in about 5 minutes.
But overall,
so it's have time to go on a huge kill streak.
Decent.
The second.
Alright, we're gonna move on to number 2.
Not too confusing, so I'm not gonna go into them.
Combat role. I did not get enough footage for this. Like, yeah. Combat role. I actually showed this in third person. I should have just been playing in third person all the time at this point. I'm still playing first person. Yeah.
Number 2 is the combat roll. The combat roll has several benefits. The first of which is that it makes you a smaller moving target. Second of which is that it gives you damage reduction. As you can see there, I stepped on my own grenade.
Like this is actually pretty well put together. I just needed some better clips. Like the clips were meh. Like I had to do it in arcade, so I'm not getting lit up by the first person who sees me, like, throwing a grenade at my foot, but anyway, let's move on to the next one. Weapon cooling. I didn't get enough clips for this one either. I also didn't demonstrate it very well. Overall, this is a great tip. I just didn't put it together very well. And then take cover. Like I was saying, cover really doesn't matter unless you're completely behind it. And it's a good tip, but honestly, taking cover isn't the most important thing in the world. So if I had to do this again, I would switch this out for playing third person, which I'm still not doing at this point. Alright, on to the 5th tip. Use classes strategically. Yep, I still agree with this one. I was able to edit this together because of my video editor, so that was nice. Anyway, I feel like I'm just rambling on too much about this one, though.
You can sit at the back of the map and snipe, or you can, for now, just try and, because you'll always want to get a hero if you can. But
spend battle points. Yeah, I mean, this was just kind of a throwaway tip. I was just trying to think of something, and I'm like, oh, you spend your battle points when you get them. Don't be afraid to spend battle points. Like, who's afraid to spend battle points? Like, sometimes I'll save them and not get a reinforcement so I can maybe get a hero. Other than that, I'm most of the time just going to spend my battle points. Like, if I can get a hero, I'm going to do it every time. Like, who's not going to? I don't really understand why I did this tip, but I mean, I guess it's a decently good tip anyway.
If of key settings that could
settings, yes, this is very important. Please check your settings, no matter what game it is. Please check your settings. Okay, number 8, practice in arcade. Yes, this is also a super important tip for new players. I played in arcade a ton before I got Xbox Live Gold. And yeah, this I felt was way too drawn out. I had way too much arcade gameplay, instant action gameplay. Also way too many transitions. Like, we start watching this. Like,
they are you play against bots,
I'm switching clips constantly. I'll do a clip of me killing somebody, and then switch to another clip of me killing somebody.
You got a much better
just do some
good
solid
with some
chunk
of
of gameplay.
Heroes.
Like,
and
the less visually distracting it is, the better, I feel like.
So there's many benefits to playing in arcade, and there's a few different modes, so I'm going to go through each of them.
Like, occasionally you want to skip over something that's, like, a little bit, just boring. You were running across a map or whatever. But overall, I felt like I went way too long on this tip. Like, it's a solid, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes of me just talking about arcade, which, 4 or 5 minutes of me just talking about arcade. Like, that's not ideal.
But it's always fun to just do this.
Oh yeah, and then I had the blooper beep. I didn't even have a blooper beep graphic at this point. Like, I actually didn't until a couple months ago. I made my own. But honestly, it wasn't that funny. Honestly, but I was pretty satisfied with that at the time. It was my first time editing anything on PC, basically. So, you gotta be proud of yourself. And then it went twice for some reason. I don't even
Moving
know how that happened.
We have 2 tips for
Heroes versus villains. Yeah, this was also clips from one of my Heroes vs. Villains games that I did where I got first place as Darth Vader, where I parry spammed everyone to death, which I'm not exactly proud of. But at the same time, they were dirty swing spammers, so they deserved it. Anyway, moving on.
They're exclusive. 3-on-1.
Talked about
Go saber spam.
don't saber
you
spam,
want.
and like honestly, I was still a saber spammer at that point. It was just I was parry spamming more than saber spamming. So saber spamming, bad thing in duels, but in Heroes vs. Villains, it's basically a mosh pit of like swing spamming. So if you're a tanky hero like Vader, there's really no point in not swing spamming, I guess, but overall, it's a bad idea. I still agree with this. Stamina,
And if
yes,
you run
pay
out of
attention to your
stamina,
stamina.
you cannot block or
Um,
attack until it
yeah.
recharges. So if you
Yep.
run out of stamina, you're basically helpless. So don't get caught
Yep.
with.
Alright, so this point, I'm done.
So I'm gonna need a lot of support if you want to see more. With that, I'll see.
This was actually also, I did an end screen on this one. Now, that was not what would have showed then. That that is my most recent video at the moment. But yeah, I was pretty proud of myself. Did a whole end screen, outro. I didn't have like an outro screen yet. Oh, actually, I did. Oh yeah, I did the CJ Harris Trap Classic. That's what I use for a lot of my outros. Great song. But also my old logo. Yes, makes me cringe.